Hey guys, welcome to this live. This is Paripatri. Today, talking all about clarity, taking action, um, about doubts, procrastination. If you are an overthinker, if you are constantly procrastination, if you are constantly in self doubts, then this video is for you to watch. And those of you who are watching me live, please put your comments below. Let me know where you're watching me from. Um, and grab some, water, coffee, tea, wine, whatever you want, so that we can have a chat here today. Okay, we're going to talk about clarity. I'm going to share some of my stories here, so hang on and share this video, and please share this video on your pages, so that you so that this information can reach out to more people. Okay, so if you're watching me live, if you're here and you want to get this information, please share this video on your pages. If we get 25 shares, then I'm going to give a free nugget. Okay, I'm going to give some free nugget for you guys. So I want 25 shares. With that, you're going to get a free nugget. So go ahead and share. And today we're going to have some special guest as well. Okay, so we're going to have some special guest here talking about her story. All right. Okay, guys. Those of you who are just watching me for the first time, you don't know who I am. My name is Paripatri. I'm a women's empowerment coach. I'm a meditation teacher, founder of Cosmic Reset Retreat. I work, and also a resilience training, a corporate resilience program trainer. I work with law enforcement, military, with my dear partner Itasha Thomas, in bringing meditation and resiliency to the military, fire department, law enforcement, and so on. And also, I have various different programs. Today we'll talk all about it and see, maybe there is something that you need help with. Maybe there's something that you are really looking for, and that is something that I'm offering. So let's see if that comes up. Um, so let me know. I love to interact. So let me know where you're watching me from, and what brought you here. And also, please share this video on your profile pages. There's always somebody can learn out of this video. So make sure we reach out to more people. Nayan says, love you, dear ma'am. Namaste. Love you too, Nayan. I know you are from Bangladesh. Thank you for watching me, and please share this video, so more people can reach out. We can reach out to more people. All right. So today we're going to talk about clarity. Clarity is power. One of the things that in my conscious leaders bootcamp, or in my one-on-one program that I do, one of the things, the first step is to really get clear about our goals, about our path, what we want to achieve in our lives. And sometimes, most often, what happens is that there's so much going on now, guys. There's so much happening, and it's always bound to be like, we are sitting in procrastination. Is it right for me? Is it wrong? We are sitting in overthinking, in really like, okay, let's analyze, let's see the pros and cons, and let's see what's going on. And so we end up doing that because we all want to get the best deal. We all want to make the right decision, get the best deal. We don't want to miss out on some sale or some loop that maybe we missed by not thinking through properly, by not making. That is one thing that, if you resonate with this, put your comments below. And because we want to get dive deep. This is a training session, guys. This is a training session. Okay, this is not any other life. We are going to get through the power of clarity, and how we can overcome this from our doubts, from our self-doubt, from our procrastination, overthinking. How do we get through that? Okay, this is a live training here. So please share this information on your pages, on your profiles, in your groups, wherever you can, so that we get more people involved and active on in this conversation. All right. Okay. So I was talking about clarity. So let me share story here. And by the way, before I go in, I'm drinking today the water. This is shungite water. Okay, the crystals inside is. I always, those of you who know me, I always drink high vibe water. And this is something a part of, again, we teach this in our courses. So, how to be in higher vibration. And this is something that I'm doing right now. I'm working on detoxing since last 1 week. And if you're following me, I've probably said this in my other live videos also. So, this is Shanghai. This is a crystal from Russia, which is absolutely amazing to really remove the toxins from your body. And this is called the noble elite shungite that you can put in your water directly. It is not toxic. It actually purifies the water, removes the toxics. EMF protects you from EMF, grounding, centers you, all of that. Amazing stone, and very powerful. Like when I started this, I'm like, oh my goodness, I had to go to the bathroom like 10 times. But this is so this is what I'm drinking right now. I like to show so that people keep asking me, what is that you're drinking, what is that, what is this crystal now? So this is my crystal, guys. Shungite for this week. Okay, so I want to share a story here. Okay, again, go ahead, share this video, guys. Share this videos, because this is something that I'm giving the training. Okay, so before I started my business, okay, before I started any of doing this, I was a normal corporate person. I was into corporate, being in a good position. I was a consultant working for a multinational company, and doing good, chasing the regular, the dreams that we all come here. I live in US. I live in Maryland, USA now, and I was kind of traveling everywhere. I was in Chicago, Austin, Cincinnati, Boston, and now here, and New Jersey in between. And with all this, before I'm going to share a story. Okay, I'm going to share a story about how I about when I was dating, not even dating, like, when I was with my husband before the marriage. Okay, this is some interesting story that talks about my own clarity, about my own life. So I was living in Austin. This was a time when I was living in Austin. My project was there. So I moved there, Austin in Texas. And beautiful city, by the way. If anybody has been to Austin, put your comments below. It's a beautiful town. I would rather say town. It's a college-going town. Very young. All the very young professionals live there. So I was really excited about living there, and I got my project there. I really loved even my colleagues back then. Wonderful team. I took an apartment for the first time. I took an apartment on my own, so I was very excited about that. That I was living alone. I had my own job. I had income coming in. I had an apartment. I was just living my life. So if you know what that means, so I was. And at that point, that was the time when I was, when I was in love with my now husband. And I was like, you know what, I need to, and at that point, there was a lot of, there's a whole big story, which I'm not going to get into, but there's a lot of uncertainty in our relationship. There was not a lot of, because he was not ready, or when he was ready, I was not ready. When I was ready, he was not ready. But at that point, Unmani says from Sholapur, India. Thank you, Unmani, for joining. And I'm sharing right now a story about my relationship. So he was in a different city. I was in a different city. And at that point, there's a lot of confusion, a lot of happening in a relationship. But I really wanted to be with him. I really wanted to, I really loved him. And so what I did was, again, you know what, if you know what it means to be on visa in US, you can't just leave your job. You can't just, because if you leave your job, you're just gonna get thrown out of the country. So you can't just do all of that stuff. And I was there. I was in confusion about what to do, about how I would go about with my relationship, about staying there alone, not being, not being able to be in control about where it is going, what is happening. And I lived there for 1 year. And then what happened was, there was a time where I was like, really, my heart was saying, like, you know what, just go and see him and talk about what's happening. And I can't just leave. Like, I needed time, like I needed a month or two to be and, figure out what's going on in my life. Like, I needed some clarity in my life. And this is where, this is what I did at that point. So I needed clarity. I needed to know what I have to do, how to go about. Is this the right relationship for me? Or, am I just, I needed to get clear, right, really sitting with him and talking to him about it. So what I did was, and this is what I do, the thing that differentiates me from other people, I guess, is that I'm sure you may find this about yourself as well, that you're stubborn. You are very, I was very stubborn. I was like, you know what, if I needed to do this, I will just go ahead and do it. I will not think twice. I will not think twice about what will happen. Is this right or wrong for me? I will just go jump. I will just do it. I'm like, jo hoga dekha jayega. This is a phrase in Hindi. If you know, it's like whatever happens will happen, but I'm just going to go do it. And I've always tested that the universe will take care of me. I've always put that into action. Like, I'm like, I'll just go jump out of the cliff and see if the universe will catch me. And I would do that with 100%. Like, I wouldn't absolutely care. So I left my job in Austin. I left my job and I drove. I had a Nissan Altima back then. It was a 97 car, beautiful car. That was my first car as well. And then I drove from, I emptied my apartment. I put everything in my car. Okay, I put everything in my car, all the stuff that I own, probably whatever I sold a lot of stuff, but whatever I owned, I put it in my car, and I drove from Austin. And back then, we didn't have GPS. So I would print out Yahoo Maps. So at that point, what we would do is we would print out Yahoo Maps, and we have to look at the map and drive. So I drove from Austin, Texas to Cincinnati, 18-hour drive, all by myself. And that was the first time I was ever driving so far. And I said, and he didn't even know that I was coming. Okay. He didn't even know I was coming. I put everything in my car. And now that if I think of, like, what was I thinking? Like, what was I doing? So I would put everything in the car and I said, okay, I'm leaving my job and I will find something on, I was with a consultant, so I'll find something. I had that confidence. I don't know how. And at that point, just getting a project was a big deal. Like, you can't just leave your job, especially in a country like, when you're on visa or something. You can't just leave and go. People would call me crazy if somebody did that now. So I left. I took a break in Tennessee, I believe. I stayed there overnight, and then I drove to Cincinnati all by myself, looking at the map. So this is how it would be. So say, for example, if this is the map, I would be like, I was just looking and then driving. I burned, and at that point there was no Bluetooth, nothing. So I burned like CDs with music for 18 hours. So every hour I had a music. So many songs, I burned them. I put it in my car. I got some food, water, whatever, packed it in my car, and just drove for 18 hours just to see him and talk to him and decide what's going to happen. This is my story, guys. This is like real story. And so I came to Cincinnati, and I called him while I was entering Cincinnati. I called him and I said, hey, I'm going to be in town. Do you want to meet? And he was like, what's going on? Why are you here? What is happening? And he was in all confusion. I'm like, no, I'm come here. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to decide. So that is how I left everything. I jumped, like, I really I really like jumped up. There was no option B. There was no getting back to my job. I just had option A, plan A. This is it. I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. There are no questions about it, and I know I will be taken care of. So that was the intention that I had, and clarity now. Now the clarity comes. This is where it gets. We're going to have a guest today, so stay tuned until the end, guys. We're going to have a guest to talk about her story, her tremendous, a powerful story to share with you guys. So the clarity comes in when we take action. So you don't just wait, because even when I started my business, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where I was going to start. But as I kept going, okay, I did one program, it blew up, and I'm like, okay, this is not working, so maybe I should do something else. So I got more clearer about what I should not do and what I should do. So it was making my niche getting more clearer and narrower. If I just sat through and said, oh, when everything gets right, when things get right, when I know really what I want, when I'm clear about my purpose, I go do meditation and get clear about my purpose, then I will make some action. then then you're just sitting and waiting for the opportunity to show up, for the time to be right, rather than getting in there. If you want to get good at some sport, you have to get in the field and start playing that. If you want to get it good at tennis, you have to be on the field. You cannot just sit outside the fence and say, hope, oh, you know what, this is what it is, I'm going to do this someday, I'm going to be a player, I'm going to be successful. That's not going to happen. You have to take action. It goes. And if you are scared of failure, then you are in the wrong planet. This planet Earth is all about, I mean, even to just learn walking, the child is going to fall, get up and walk, fall, get up and walk. And you're not going to look at a baby and say, oh my gosh, he's falling, what will happen, this baby will never walk. You know, that the baby will walk, the baby will walk, the baby will get up, the baby will walk. You know that, and it's a part of the game. If you're not failure, every successful person that you see has failed. You don't see the failures, has failed 100 times, 1,000 times before he had the success. We don't see all that part. We just see the success and say, oh my gosh, that is where I want to be, but I don't want to fail. And that's the path for harboring fear, for harboring doubts, for harboring, anxiety. That's where we get into all of that stuff. So for clarity, and again, guys, please share this video on your pages, on your profiles. This is something that anybody who is going through this doubt, procrastination, can start learning from this. Okay, so I run a women's empowerment company where we train, we coach women to get out of their fears, get out of their resistance. Coaches, entrepreneurs, executives, corporates, whatever that you want to manifest. It can be anything. It can be health. It can be freedom, whatever that freedom looks like for you. It can be attracting the, up leveling your career, confidence, and showing up as a self that you always wanted to be. Or maybe it is attracting the right relationship and creating some self-worth. So this is the program that we do, and you can apply if this is you, if you are that person, you are a female executive entrepreneur or a upcoming aspiring leader, and you want to get the right tools, you want to show up as your authentic, powerful self, then make sure you apply. I'm going to put the link below. Make sure you apply for this program and see maybe if we are the right fit to work with each other. Okay. In fact, I'm actually interviewing many women. Zebra says, I shared it. Thank you, Zebra. I love you. And Zebra is here, guys. She was one of my clients. And if you have any questions about the program, ask her. She will tell you what it is to be in the program and work with the tools to skyrocket your confidence. So it's clarity comes with action. It's just not something that comes, like, oh, it's like a aha moment. Aha moment happens when you are in tune with that vibration, when you are in that you're ready to receive the transmission. But when you can only receive transmission from the universe when you are clear, when you clear off all your doubts, and you are like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to listen. Give me the stuff. You give me the stuff. I'm ready. I'm ready. This is my favorite affirmation, by the way. I am ready. When you want to show up as your next level, whenever there is your next career move or profession or whatever that is, your next goal, you always have to create a new version of yourself. You cannot attract the same thing by being the old self. You may have to unlearn some of your belief system, unlearn some of your stories that you keep telling yourself, and create new stories, create new belief systems to attract that new stuff in your life. You cannot just show up with what you have uh, come here so far. Because if you have started a business, say for example, you went through a story, you gathered up that courage and overcome that fear, and you showed up. But to go further, you have to create a new version of yourself. You have to install new belief systems, because again, remember, whatever you believe in your life is a direct reflection of your own belief systems, your own energy, your own vibration. You attract that into your life by being that vibration. You cannot attract for me, for example, I for me, like at that point when I was in corporate, I didn't have any idea that I was one day will quit my job and do what I'm doing right now. I had no freaking idea. I had no freaking idea that I would do that one day. And there you go. And with me getting into this alignment with my purpose, when I decided that, you know what, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to take my power back. And resistance will come. Resistance will come at every step, every new decision that you make. But resistance is something that you have to see. It's like an entity. Okay, when I'm maybe now I'm launching my program in India. I'm actually taking clients from India, and when I'm launching it, the resistance will come. Like, okay, you don't know anything about the market, there, this and that and this. What? So the problem is not you. The problem is that you are not worthy or you're not enough. The problem is that resistance. We have to look at the resistance and say, okay, resistance, you are here. You're telling me that I can do it. Okay, let's look at it. What is that stopping me? What is that I need to change within me to make it happen? Because everything, there is not, it's not about it. Maybe it may be up leveling your skill sets. Maybe you need to learn more. Maybe you need to learn the right process. Maybe you need to change your belief system. There's so many aspects of that. So we need to constantly also up level our skill sets. We need to get groomed, get trained, do whatever it takes to get to that level. But you don't give up on you because of the resistance, because of the fears. Because the resistance will, as you, if you listen to your resistance and fears, then you have already given your power away to that fear. You no longer hold that power within you. And you don't make decisions out of fear. We make decisions out of love, out of compassion, out of oneness, out of expansion. And that's where the success comes in. Because we are not separating us from the universe. We are all one. And this is the whole talk about, when we talk about the spirituality. But I really don't want to take more time. I want to bring in my next guest today. She is a rock star. She is a super awesome woman that I have ever seen, who is all about taking action. The minute I met her and I saw her, and I was like, whoa, she is, it's not about, okay, you know what, before I say anything, let me bring her on and let's hear from her about what is that I'm talking about. Or, it doesn't make even sense. So let's invite Radhika.
Hello.
Welcome. Oh my gosh, look at that awesome, beautiful girl sitting right here, and who is going to share all her freaking wisdom. This is powerful stuff. So, guys, please share this video on your profile pages. If this share gets 25 shares, we are going to give an awesome nugget. Okay, but it has to be 25 shares. Only then we're going to give a nugget. What do you say, Radhika?
All about it.
Okay, first, before, please introduce yourself. Who are you? And tell us about your story.
Okay. So I
Okay, I can't
am
hear you.
you. Okay, you can't hear me.
Okay, I can hear
Am I
you, but
not
I think
audible
there's a lag.
at all?
No, I can. You
Just
are,
give me
but
a
I think
second.
there's a lag to it. But just go ahead.
Am I audible now? Is it better
Yes,
now? Oh, great. Okay. So
yes.
I am a writer by profession, and then somehow I am I audible now? Can you hear me better? No.
You are,
Wait.
you are, but there's a lag between the sound and your lip sync.
Am I
Guys, do you
audible now?
is it just me or do you see that at your end?
Uh, I think there is some issue.
Okay, I can hear you, Radhika. I can hear you, but just there's a lag.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Go
Hopefully
ahead,
it should
go
be
ahead.
better now. Okay. So I am a writer by profession, and I think that is what led me to happen to you initially, and then that is how I met you. But other than that, I've been meditating for the past 5 years, and the story is it's unique in its own way how I happened to PSSM initially, and then my journey to finding my own self started, and then there has been no turning back. And yes, as you talk about clarity today, I've got a lot of clarity in my life through meditation. I think that is the zing in my life right now, because if there's anything going down, if there's anything going up, the only thing is खुशी है तो ध्यान करना है, दुख है तो ध्यान करना है, एक कुछ हो रहा है तो ध्यान करना है. So I think this is something that I've really developed in my life. Like whatever is happening in and around you, the ultimate thing to do is to just go meditate. So that has what really has turned my life upside down, and that has led me to find my passion, to find myself standing somewhere today where I can happily say that this is where I wanted to be, and I'm still building myself up. And all thanks to you that have really motivated me to do certain things the way I'm doing it today. Like how you were just after my life that you should do this, rather you should just come out in the light and do what you need to do. So as of today, I am also somebody who's a meditation mentor, and she is an intuitive coach, and I do oracle card reading. And there's lots and lots of things that are coming up. So all thanks to her, the woman sitting right here, who has helped me today to come where I am. So I think this is about me.
Yes, sorry, I was just
I
waiting to grab something. Okay.
oh, oh yeah, you're here. I thought I was just out of this entire thing. Yeah. Okay, I think I've lost her again.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh yeah, hi.
All right. Thank you, Radhika. So I wanted to ask you some questions about, when I met you, you were like, you needed to do something. You want to show up and serve the people, serve your community, serve people around you who are going through the same similar struggles that you went through, and you want to show up for them and help them out. So, but you were kind of not really clear about how to show up or how to come out and do that. So tell me about how did you get the clarity? You know what? You also had the option of following, your job, because you need to pay bills too. You need to, support your family financially and everything. But from that decision of, most of us like feel like, I'll do this, but maybe I should also do my job. What if I fail? What if things didn't work out? I need to get back to some, some cushion. That's what we normally think. So how did
Yeah.
you get over that fear of you know of having of creating a fallback, but rather just going all in? How did you do that?
Okay, I think this is one question I think intuitively knew will come to me. And even though I was like, I am prepared, but I don't know where to start. But still, I think the story goes back to the fact that when I started working for PSSM Global, that is exactly how I started working with you, directly or indirectly, that is. I just knew one thing, that this is what I want to do. And at that point in time, also, I was not very clear as to what I want to achieve later. But I just knew that whatever I'm doing today, I am very happy in that place. And I was already 6 months not in a job. There was some, and last year was quite difficult for me in the sense of jobs kept coming and going, and I was not able to understand. And this was happening since 2018 end, like December 2018 to September 2019. I was like in that area where I had no idea what was happening with me. So when the last job went off for whatever weird reasons, I was like, maybe there is some lesson hidden in this, and I really, really need to take a break and, you know, not get into this matrix, not fall in the trap, and really think what I need. And then, thankful to Chirag. So he was very supportive of everything. He's like, I think you should go for another job, take a break probably, and we'll see what we can do. So that support really worked for me. And then I started looking for jobs, but then nothing worked out. And then I think the turning point was Mahila Mahadhyan Chakram. That was MDMC 2019, where I was in Hyderabad, and I knew that there was something different that I had to do. What, I was still not clear. And then in 2020, when in March or April I started working with PSSM Global, was I was like, this is it. This is my time. This is my place. This is where I want to be. And even then I had no idea if how the finances will be taken care of, or what will be coming. But then, as like, the more I started seeing you, like, coming, talking to different people, or in different programs that were happening, because thanks to Corona we were all sitting in front of our screens watching what we should. So that is when I started seeing you, and the story really. And I also got the chance to interview you during MDMC. That was in December itself in Hyderabad. So I think that story began from there. I knew that I want to speak, she is the inspiration that I want to see in my life. This is who I want to become maybe one day. And that exactly, I think, was the wheel that turned for me. And then I was at a place where I was like, it's okay, I don't need the job. I will create my own job. I will be the boss of my own life, as you keep telling, everybody else. I think I made that my mantra. And yes, it's like I am going to do that. So I have only understood one aspect: when you are ready to receive, when you decide that you want to do this, that this is what it is, and that clarity, that passion, that really gets you high flying, and then it's done, and there is no going back from there. And then that, come what may, that success is going to come, finances will be taken care of, whatever you are manifesting, whatever you are, trying to get for yourself, it is going to come. So that is how it changed for me. And then I'm very confident that, yeah, things will, even if they're very slow right now, it's gradual, but that is how people build themselves up, and things will happen for me in time. So
Absolutely. And thank you for sharing the story. And the one thing that you said, when you're ready, when things will happen, and that's when things start showing up. So again, going back to saying that, and you know, see, we never know when we are ready. You never know when you're ready for marriage. You never know when you're ready for a child. You never know, things, you never know it. Just that
true,
confidence comes in when things just are happening. And
true,
right, we never know when we are ready for an exam. Are we ever ready for an exam? We are never ready for an exam. We are all,
never, yeah,
so so the thing is about saying that, what, I am ready now. It doesn't. We don't have to know the end, the map for the going from, say, Hyderabad to Delhi. We don't need to know the whole map. We just need to know the next step. Okay, I need to get a
yeah,
ticket. I need to sit in the train. I need to go. I don't need to know the whole, way. If I'm driving, I need to
exactly.
route. The GPS will take me there. So it's about just showing up and saying I am ready, and things will just follow. What do you think, Radhika?
I absolutely agree with you on every point. It's really, really about showing up for yourself, for everything that you want to achieve in your life. Because when you start showing up for yourself, you start showing up for other people also. You start showing up for your surroundings, for whatever that we keep talking about, right? That this is the moment. We really, really need to be present in the now. That nowness happens when you show up for yourself, because then you are very much in the present, and you know that past is just history and future is yet to come. So all that you can do is to actually be in the present and make whatever, and that is when you show up, and and I completely agree with what you said. Everything just made so much sense to me.
I mean, you made such a great point just now, the now, and because the past stories will always pull us back to the past experiences,
Yep.
and that is where the fear comes in. Oh, you know what, that happened when I did that point. When I took when I I was courageous and I was bold, I fell down at that point. So I cannot be courageous again because I fell down. So I need to make some security cushion around me so that even if I
Exactly.
fall down, I will be taken care. So that's what the
Yeah.
story will pull us back to that fear. But
Yep.
but the thing is, it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall down. It's because that's how we learn. That's how we progress. And again, the story is like Edison failed like 10,000 times before he invented the bulb or whatever made his invention. So it's like unless we fail, unless we do not know what we do not want, the clarity doesn't get clear. Okay, you know what? Like for me, working with so many women, I know now who I don't want to work with, and I'm very clear about it. Who I don't want to even, I'll be very clear. If you are a skeptic, if you are like procrastinating, like constantly doubting what we say, if you're not coachable, you're obviously not going to get results. So I
Yeah.
know exactly who I don't want to work with, and that's something that I got because of failing in my coaching, because of making wrong steps, because of making wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Um, and that's with anything. But the thing is, how can we learn from our lessons, but not get pulled by the fear? That's the question, right?
Yep.
What
True.
do you say for that, Radhika?
Uh, so I think fear is something that can, again, like so you have talked about this fact that there's something called eustress, which is a good stress. This is something that I've learned from you, right? So I want to talk about that. So something similar to that eustress is also, I think, very, there's this positive fear. So you can turn that fear around into something called awareness, because when you are in that conscious state, when you're aware and you turn something so negative into positivity, I think everything starts changing from there. I believe that whatever you fear the most, I know it was so for me, for example, it was a big leap of faith of not being into the job. And even before starting for global, that had that somewhere it was there in my subconscious that probably jobs are not for me, because I can never be in that 9 to 5 rut and take all those garbage that corporate people throw at you, and they don't even resent it. Plus all the that smell of non-veg that is around you sometimes, because there are canteens or whatever. So just personally speaking about myself, I knew that was not the environment I want to be in.
Right.
So it was a very gradual process, and it took me 1.5 years in practicality to understand I really have to think about what I want and what I don't want. So it was gradual for me to come from that fear bit of fearing what will happen next, to actually come into the awareness. Okay, I have this fear, I accept it, but how can I modify it and then take the next step and next leap of faith? So that is how I turned to me, and I think it's just all making so much sense now, because when you work with people around you, when you keep meeting new people, so working with you also is kind of rewiring me in every way. That thing is just changing. So everything that had me, somewhere it's kind of now blooming and glowing, because you just know that there is someone you can look up to, and it's saying the same thing, is telling everybody else the same thing. So that this is how things work, this is how you really really turn your life, and you can, that like how you stress happen, how that stress is a positive stress, can fear also be positive, but again, not calling it fear later and calling it more of awareness is
More of
what
a
I think.
challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's again a great point that, we transform what we perceive as negative into positive and use it as a strength. So this is what I do, right? It's like you transform your failures to your strength and share them, wear them like badges. Oh, you know what? I failed here. I'm so proud of myself. I made the worst decision in my life. I am super proud because I've learned so much from it. And so all my failures that I've attracted wrong relationships. I've got into the worst project ever where I was treated like I don't even exist. I really, all those failures. I made wrong career choices or whatever. I didn't. I was not never. I was living a life with not being authentic, like not
Yeah,
really speaking who I am, but just pretending to be somebody so that I will be liked, so that I will belong or I will be loved. And all those are, now I look back and I'm like, you know what, Harsh, if I knew what I knew right now, I could have I would
exactly.
have had such an amazing quality life. I wouldn't have probably wasted done so many things that I've done. But it's okay, right? Now we don't. And again, this is the lesson that I guess
Yeah.
you are now a coach. You are an intuitive coach. Please tell us about your work, about what you do right now.
Okay, so I would say that I'm trying to be there for people, really, really pull them up. And I only talk from my experiences and I'm not giving any kind of yarn. And I think I've learned from the best from all the mentors that I've had. All that is everything that I've learned in this 5 years is to never be, never be somebody who's just preaching and not practicing. So everything that I've learned, and I'm still learning. I'm on a journey, and I think I've been a clairvoyant since my childhood. That I used to really really get into energy patterns of other people, and a lot of things used to happen with me, which used to really really mess me up initially. But then now, meditation obviously has changed a lot for me. I have understood that there is something that belongs to other people. This is me, this is them, and there's this whole whale that I need to keep up all the time and not take everything from them. So that is what has also led me to be there for people, because now I know that I can help them more. Because I was always this person, even in my friends group, so everybody used to come to me for advices, and they'll be like, okay, so she can be the secret keeper. She is the one who can really, really hear us out. And I have been there like that for my friends as well. So I was like, why not like really, really get into this now and help people, not just friends, but anybody who I can touch. So not just that, other than that, I'm also into oracle card reading, which has developed over time because I'm still practicing. And I am also learning a lot of things right now so that I can just keep enhancing whatever I'm doing. So because I feel that there's always this curve that always keeps you motivated to learn more. And as I learn more, I know I'll be able to help people more. So yeah, I'm trying to change the mindset that people have, and I'm trying to rewire them to something, to someone who's a more positive person, who's somewhere they just from that negativity, from that shell where they sit, like maybe in the corner of their heart where they're really hiding. I want them to come out from that place, come out from their whatever sad emotions or whatever it is that they feel, and shine bright. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I want to achieve. I'm just starting. And other than that, yes, that oracle card bit is something that I really really feel for, because again, as I said, that a lot of things got clear, and was I got a clarity after coming into meditation. I used to see these orbs of light and whatnot, and I got to know that, but they were actually light beings that I was seeing with open eyes. And I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And to be able to stand in your own truth, and as you said, being authentic,
Hmm.
it was for the longest time I couldn't express it publicly like this, that I used to see all of that. And I'm like, it's okay if you want to believe it, okay, don't believe it, okay, your loss. If you will come back to me, probably if you know me, you would know that I have been that person. So there's no fear again. I've transformed it. So it's like I exactly what you said. I operate on operate on my own vibration. I don't anymore relate to how people want to perceive me and see me, and maybe that is why I'm able to help people more. And yes, I
Right.
think I'm making some change. So yeah, this is what I want to do, and I'm doing.
Absolutely. And I must say to all the listeners who are watching this, or maybe watch it after the live, he is an amazing, intuitive, oracle reader. Like everything that she said so far was spot bang on. Like there's no error of even this much. So and I guess it came with her, and this is my take on it, is because you went out, like you didn't have any doubts, like you are not doubting yourself, is it right or wrong, am I making the right thing. You took without you took that information that is coming to you without having those distortions, of that energy. And that's what makes you unique, that's what makes you that authentic, that real. And this is something for everybody, like every time we doubt, even with a relationship, when we start doubting our partner or anybody, the relationship starts breaking at some point. So if it's, and imagine the relationship with yourself. If you start doubting, what will happen to it? Your
Yeah.
relationship with your inner voice is cut down. No, you're no longer getting the source truth. You're just getting your subconscious mind telling you, your ego telling you, giving resistance, fears. So
Yeah.
so that's a great point. This is exactly what we do. So now, in fact, we are inviting everybody. Me and Radhika, we both are inviting people, women, to come and join our team. To come, and we're inviting to come and join us in elevating your own vibration, so that you can start attracting things into your life that you truly want. Get clear on your goals, get clarity, get into the game. No more sitting outside the fence and saying, "Oh, I wish I had this.
Exactly.
I wish if I had something different in my life, I could do this." Stop wishing. Stop wishing and start doing. Like take steps,
Doing.
action. It's time to take action. I mean, aren't you all tired of giving those excuses, of living in those fears? I mean, aren't we just tired of like saying, "Oh, I wish things were different. Oh, I wish I had." I'm like, get over now. Like, just stop and stop that overthinking and procrastination. Is this the right person? Just connect to your heart. And this is exactly what we teach in Heart Math course. The connecting from how our heart and mind being in alignment. It's not just about making decisions with your heart. It's not just about making decisions with your mind. It's about bringing both into alignment and taking
Yep.
action. That's where the success comes in. And we already started our Heart Math course last Sunday.
Which
And
is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. I am just so thankful that I'm getting a chance to be a part of that course, and that I'm getting to be mentored by her directly. It is so. So before she goes ahead, I really want to tell everyone that she's a kick, like if I can use that word, she's a kick ass mentor. Like really, she will teach you how to be your real self, how to stand up in your own authenticity, how to like really kick people out of your life if they really don't serve the purpose in your life. So in whatever time frame that I have known her, I've just learned one thing about her, that if you can't be authentic or respectful towards your own self, nothing in your life is going to change, because you're going to keep doubting yourself. You're going to be in that fear-based, place. And she really inspired me so much. So you have to get that taste of how it is working with her, or just hearing her out when she's speaking, when she's in that zone of just enabling people. So you must do that course again when we go ahead
yeah,
in September. I'm sorry taking that stage from you and
no,
just announcing that it's
no.
coming
Thank
again
you
in
for.
September.
I'm like, amazed to hear all of this. But everybody can be here. Everybody, if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can, if
Exactly.
you can, if you and I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So please take this advantage. I invite you, all the women, or if you are a woman entrepreneur executive and you know you're powerful, you can get success, but something is holding you back, then I would invite you to join us on the boot camp, which we are launching for India. It's an amazing program. And also, if you are men and women, okay, this is for men and women. If you want to get in alignment and start learning more about the science, what it is to connecting with heart, what it is to understand coherence, what is all resilience, how, and also get the tools and techniques. I would
Yeah.
invite you to join us on our Heart Math course. It is a 4-week course that will again begin this September. We just are now going through our August sessions. It's a 4 week session. So we'll put all those details out there. Just, again, stop looking out there, what is good, what is bad, and use in getting into uh that building the security. Oh, I made all the decisions. Oh, I have created this cushion for myself. Stop making that cushion for yourself and creating that plan,
Yeah.
and just jump and do and follow your heart, follow your mind, bring in alignment and do this, right?
Yes. Yes. Like absolutely everything. Just spot on. Exactly
and
that.
and also Zebra is here. She says, if I agree, if I can do it, anyone else can do it. And she is a super manifester. If anybody wants to
Wow.
learn about manifesting, they need to go to Zebra, because she is all about. When I met her, I this is a true story, guys. I mean, true story. I put out a meetup request as a free meditation, Anapanasati meditation. So I put a meetup, said, "Hey, let's just do a meditation. It's gonna pyramid meditation." And then she came down to my home. So in this exact room, she was here, and that was the first time I met her. And she was like, first time I met her, and then she came in, and then I did some singing bowl music, and then we did probably a 45-minute meditation. She and there was another person, another man, and she went home, and then she was like, she went home, and then she said, "Buddy, I think there's something happened." And I'm like, "Okay, what happened?" um and she's like, "I have headache, chronic headache from last 3 years because of an injury." So she was suffering with chronic headache every single day from last 3 years. On that day she was mentioning, and then she said the headache is gone. The headache was gone with just one
Wow.
medication, and the credit goes to her. She just needed to get in tune with that vibration. That's all.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And then we worked together. She was on in my boot camp. She was in my 8 week boot camp, and we did so much work. We talked about, you know she manifested a job for herself. She was in disability. um, I know Zebra says, I tried to post about that here, but it wouldn't let me. But I'm talking for you, Zebra. So she manifested a house for herself. She got out of her disability. She manifested a job. I mean, really things started shifting but the thing is, she believed in herself and she went all in. She didn't have a plan B. She didn't say, oh, you know what, if this didn't work out, if the law of attraction thing didn't work out, I'll go back to doing what I do. So it's
Yeah.
about, and also commitment. You have to be committed to your success, to investing in yourself, because that's the best thing that you would do, right, Radhika? You are right now investing in yourself completely
Yes. Yes.
to create. What is your dream? Let's talk about your dreams. Like, what is that you want to see yourself as?
Uh, I think I really don't know what I want to be and what I want to do, but I just know that today, where I am and where I'm going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, I am going to touch a lot of lives, spread lots and lots of love and light to people, and like really make PSSM grow in whatever way I can. Like, just that person who has changed my life and has touched so many lives, Patri sir. I just want to keep bragging about him all the time, and I really want to tell people that you don't need money, you don't need any sitting posture, or you don't have to skip foods, and you don't have to do weird body movements to be with yourself. That person has changed my life and so many other people's life completely, from top to bottom, A to Z. He has completely given us a new meaning of living life. I mean, today, if I actually get this thought that I'll be married to some normal human being who's not a meditator, and I've not met all these amazing people, my sensei group, Shastri family, all the people who have come to my life, and then meeting you. through everything, like all the people that I've met, I don't know where I would be. I can't imagine my life. So I want to tell the entire world and shout at the top of my lungs if I can that this is what it is and this is where everybody must come. So I think that is my dream, to spread lots of love and light about entire this family that I'm a part of,
Well,
and lots and lots of work
yes.
also.
So those of you who do not know what she's talking about, um, it is the organization name is called Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement, and I'm going to put the link here, pssmglobal.org. This is a non-profit organization that my father has started back in 1990. His name is Brahmashri Subhash Patriji, and and the mission, the main mission of, and he uniquely, what he did was he uniquely integrated meditation with pyramid power. And that's the uniqueness about this whole organization, is how spirituality is tied with the science, the sacred geometry. That's the whole bridging and bringing both science and spirituality into marrying them together with the pyramid meditation, right? And this is what he has started back in 1990, and started with one person teaching meditation, and today there's thousands and thousands of people meditating all around the world, and 20,000 pyramids being built in India. And this is one of the courses that I offer on pyramid mastery. If you want to learn more about the pyramid, the science, the technology, how is it really helping us in our everyday lives? So this is the pyramid that I'm talking about. How does that help us in our everyday life? Pyramid mastery. Again, go to my website and check it out. You can pre-order right now. It's only $111 right now if you order, but afterwards it's going to go up. So use that. We have a kick ass 6 modules, like really, really in depth. Like you will go crazy
Yeah,
about it. And the research in that goes in that is like really, we put my heart and soul in that. So make sure you go check it out. It's
great.
a mastery course. But again, going back to the organization. So this organization, the PSSM Global, is about reaching out to masses. Is about reaching out into the grassroots levels of each and every community to to create to initiate this transformation of bringing in meditation, bringing in compassion, benefits of plant-based food, and also talking about bringing pyramids all around the world. And on that note, we do a lot of free events. You can just sit in your own home and watch. We have various channels, media channels, pyramid meditation channels, PMC Global, PMC English, PMC Value, PMC Hindi, PMC Marathi. There's so many things happening. Go ahead and subscribe. And that's how you support this movement. The way you support
Yeah,
is by subscribing. Please do subscribe, and please do like and comment on the videos and share them, so that we can we can reach out to more and more people. And we have a digital meditation summit coming up on August 8th, August 8th in China. Digital meditation summit China. So that's coming up. We have amazing speakers. By the way, I'll be speaking in that event too. I'll be talking about crystals, and how we can elevate with using that with our as high vibe water. So stay tuned for that. And I guess we're already like an hour now here. So rather, what do you wanna? And I'm glad people who are stayed. We have like 12 people watching us. I'm glad you are here, and please share this information. And Radhika, last note.
I think I just want everybody to come back to the centers whenever they feel lost. Just remember everything that she has told you since the beginning of this life that she's doing, and all the other lives that she has been doing. I'm really promoting her right now, but I'm lovingly doing that because she deserves a shout out. She has lots and lots of free content on her YouTube channel. You can find her. Just type Paripatri and you'll get plethora of results on Google. And just check it out, and you'll get a taste of what she's going to give you and offer you if you really, really take all the courses that she was just talking about. That is one. That is about her. Second, I really want to talk about the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, as she was just talking about what all people have been doing. We have other than PMC, the Pyramid Media Channel is just one wing of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. There is PSD, that is Pyramid Seva Dal, that is day in and out, that it's out there helping the entire society's movement into getting where it is. All these people are really working hard. Then there is Pyramid Call Services that has just begun. So you can just, it's all on Google. Like, it's just tap away from your finger. There is a whole world waiting out there for you, where you don't have to spend a penny for learning something that can make you, and tell you how to break free of everything from here, and then understand everything that she's telling you, that everything that Paridi told you today is something that is going to help you a lot in your evolution journey. And truly, what she said, he until then you're going to keep cribbing and being in that victim zone, that I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't leave the job, I can. Obviously, I understand that there are certain points that you can't break free from, and there's so much, there has to be some pragmatism. But all I'm trying to tell you is, and I'm just going to take from her what she said, that be present for yourself, show up for yourself, and everything else will fall into place. And I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Dee, for having me here today, and to
Thank
have
you.
this beautiful
And
conversation.
yeah, and I also want to tell you to tell us if anybody want to come and reach out to you for an intuitive reading for any kind of struggle they're going through. How do they reach out to you?
Oh, yes. So I yet do not have a website. I'm still working on that. But if you want to reach me out, I have a Facebook page, which is, so you can find me by typing sessions with Radhika, or you can just type Radhika Merotra Tank, Taunk. So that is so you can find me on my personal account. That is my personal account, or you can find me directly on my business page. That is Sessions with Radhika, and you will have everything there at a tap. Like, book a session with me, or you want to just chat away with me. Just put in whatever you want to discuss. I'm right here for you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Paridhi.
So sessions with Radhika on Facebook. Reach out to her again. Any kind of struggles that you're going through, if you want to get some clarity, some kind of confirmation, she is there to help you out. She is amazing in really getting to the root of what it is. She gets a lot of messages, intuitive messages, psychic messages. So make sure you don't need to struggle alone, guys. There's so much support out there. All you have to do is just ask, and be committed about that. So this is her thing. And any questions you have, put it in the comments. And we will be live again next Wednesday, same time. Okay, today I was
Yes.
an hour earlier, but we will be announced that every Wednesdays noon my time, 9:30 p.m. Indian time. We are live. I do a lot of free training, so make use of that and ask any questions. If you have any specific topic, please put that in the comments, and we'll get to that. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you,
Thank
Radhika. Beautiful, beautiful,
thank you.
gorgeous rock star. Thank you for coming
Thank you.
and sharing your story and inspiring everyone
Thank you.
to start taking their power back. All right, guys. We'll see you again next week,
Yes.
and and yeah, and have fun. Bye bye.
Bye.